Good morning. I am at the beautiful Manly Beach today, and there's killing a few birds with one stone. There's a beach volleyball tournament going on. I've just finished my 2 days with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he was absolutely fantastic. We got to hear him speak. We then got to have a picture with him, which was 400 people lining up to take photos with Arnold. I get tired after 20 to 50 pictures, but he was gracious and stood there and did 400 pictures. So recovery day down at the beach, and that's why this week's video is a little bit late. I wanted to make sure we got to talk to you about Arnie. So he gave us all a book, Total Recall, and you know, it's pretty thick. It's a lot of reading to do there. But he also gave a speech for 40 minutes and then answered questions for half an hour. And I wrote in the back of the book all of his success strategies that I want to share with you. So today's video might be a little bit longer, but I want to make sure that if you never ever get to see Arnie live and hear him, that you get some of his nuggets. So he was great to listen to. He's obviously was the governor of California, so he's very well spoken, actually, with his Austrian accent, but he's obviously delivered many a speech. So he had 6 strategies for success. The first one was to have a vision, have a big vision, have a big goal, and the little bit at the end, because you've probably heard that before, that's a no-brainer, right? To follow it, right? So some people have big visions and they don't follow it. They just remain dreams rather than turning them into goals, making action steps and following through. So he said that part of the reason he was successful was that he was always smiling, even when it got tough in the gym, and he visualized a lot. So number 2 was never, ever, ever think small. So the opposite to that is to think big. Shoot for the stars, right? Always. And he says winners, the reason winners are winners is they always get up. They get knocked down a lot, and he did too, but they always get back up. And he said it's just as much effort to shoot low or shoot small as it is to shoot big. So why not shoot big? And number 3 is kind of his favorite and one of his trademarks. Ignore the naysayers. So this is for everyone out there who has people in their life that say you can't do that, that's impossible, no. I'm sure you've heard those 3 things. And he heard that a lot in his bodybuilding days, in his movie making days. They said that someone with that accent would never do good in the movies. He actually started taking accent removal classes. One of the things I learned from him was that he was really dedicated to being the best. He wanted to be the best at everything. Not just a good bodybuilder, but the best. Not just a good movie star, but kind of on the poster and the feature, which he did. And not just, you know, a mayor or a city councillor, but the governor. And if he could have, he would have gone for presidency of the United States. But because he's not born there, he was not allowed to. And he even tried to change that rule too. His accent is pretty endearing, and he said a few things along the way, like it's not a tumor, but he didn't say I'll be back, which we would have liked to have heard at the end. So where am I? And one of the quotes he liked was Nelson Mandela. It sounds impossible until someone does it. So you be the one that does it. You be the one to change history. You can do it, was the message he had for all of us. Number 4, forget about plan B. Now, how many of you have a plan B? I even have a plan B. He says forget about plan B, so the way I took that was not to actually not have one, but go after plan A 100%. Like most people have plan B as an off-ramp or an exit strategy if it doesn't work. But in Arnie's eyes, plan A has to work. You only have one plan, and that has to work, and you find a way to make it work. No backup plan, really. He says try again and again and again and fail again and again and again, and just learn to fail better. Number 5, work your ass off. Work your ass off. I'm sure a lot of you are out there doing that right now. Keep doing it because it pays dividends. Work your ass off. One more rep, one more call, one more marketing strategy, one more post on Facebook, whatever it requires. And number 6, don't just take, give something back. Leave your mark in the world and contribute back to the world. If not me, who? And if not now, when? were his parting words. And he said, go to work on we, not just on me. So with that, I know it's been a longer video. I hope you had a good time here at Manly Beach. I'm about to go in the water with Jordan and my partner Sarah. And I'll leave you with that this week. And we'll see you next week. Hasta la vista, baby. I'll be back next week.